Hey. We are all gathered here to talk about social media as it pertains to Shakur and Ryan. Shakur Stevenson at it again. He goes back and forth with Ryan Garcia. In this video, I'm going to break down who said what, how they said it, and stay tuned in the video. I'll read some comments from you guys. But all in all, I don't think this looks great for Shakur Stevenson. And in this video, I will reveal why. Let's get unpacked. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Boxingego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I try to warn y'all don't want to listen on the channel, but here we are. Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson, they continue to go back and forth. Right now, I'm on Shakur Stevenson's page, and we'll peep what he's talking about. And it's really, he going back and forth with Ryan Garcia. Now, randomly, and I talked about this in a past video, now Shakur is talking about, hey, fighters at 135 and 140, come get your issue. Huh? So you talked about fighting all these bigger dudes like CONOR, BENN, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, only for you to now say, hey, fighters at 135, 140, come see me. And Ryan posted this. I think people forget that I started at 130 pounds. Now I'm at 147, so that's 4 weight classes as well. And what would Twitter be without Twitterson on it? So, Shakur had to reply, and he says, I think you forgot you're the one who said you will come to 140 pounds and fight me. Right after saying you will fight me at a catch weight of 144. And I fought for belts in each weight classes. I went to, is a difference. The weight classes I went to is a difference. We got all the receipts.
Can't believe how small he is. But I'm a 126 pounder.
Then stop saying that people are small if you're Mr. 126.
Going up all the way to 147. And I'm not even a real 47. I'm nowhere near that. Like, the guys at 47, they walk around 25, 30 pounds bigger than me.
Champ, you're on the same side of the street, Dad.
I don't get that big. How much you weigh?
I ain't telling you.
He don't want to.
No, I thought you was bigger than this, bro. You know I'm not big. Wait, why you?
And to me, looking at me, he's a one.
I can't believe how small he is. It's a shock to me.
That's fine.
Bro.
That's fine.
It's shock. Like, I will fight you at 140. I don't care if you rehydrate to 170. I don't care. That don't make no difference in fights if you got the skills.
Right? Ryan responded to that, and he says, there is no difference. If all you stated was, hey, I'm a big guy, when in reality, I started at a low weight, just like you said, there's no excuse for you not to come to 147 pounds without a rehydration clause, right? But if you don't want to, that's fine. I'm not forcing you to fight, said Ryan Garcia. Shakur kicks back, yeah, I will do what I want, and you already got an opponent lined up. You could trick your followers, but you can't trick me. But smart move, ignore your contradiction. You lied to everybody when you said you will fight me at 140 pounds and 144 pounds. Now, I am a fair critic, and I do this. I am the best in the business, and it's not even close. So I've covered all this stuff. Shakur, he is telling the truth. Ryan did volunteer to fight him at 144 catch weight. He even said he could make 140. Now, me being who I am, I told you this was stupid. And if that were the fact that he goes to that division of 140, he's too big and he would be a skeleton. And all in all, I wouldn't even want to see the fight at that point. So I told you back then, notice how consistent I am. I told you back then it would be a mistake to fight at either one of those weights for Ryan Garcia. So Shakur is making a fair point that Ryan did agree to it, and then he's trying to lock him in to those particular, weight classes because he clearly don't want to move up to 147, right? So Ryan, tisk, shame on you. I don't know why you even ever stated and put that on wax that you could fight the man at 140. That was just foolish. Because me, again, I've been doing this every day. I am the best in the business, and y'all know that, and it's not even close, right? So I was like, I don't see how he's going to he looked like he could barely make the weight for the Barrios fight. How he going to drop 7 more pounds at this stage of the game? He going through divorces and like, no, bro. So Shakur did bring up a solid point. Now it's time for your boy Ego to bring up his points. The problem with the game of boxing, and I've been in this mug for 15 years, something like that, longer, I don't know, right? But a lifelong boxing fan, and then I turned it into my business. I'm Ego of Boxingego. The problem is Shakur is like the kettle calling the pot black, right? Where you're like, you said you could fight me at 144. You said you would fight me at 140. And now you're trying to lock him in to one of those two weights. 140, he'll be Skeletor. 144 is a man-made catch weight where there'll be, it's just dumb. Catch weights do at times make sense. But why 144 when you're a champion at 140 and he's a champion at 47? So by putting it exactly at 144, you're literally accomplishing nothing, right? Because it won't be for any belt. Keep that in mind. You guys know I'm a genius. You know I'm scientific when I break this down. Shakur will be cooked by the end of this video. So on one regard, yeah, you caught Ryan Garcia in claiming he could make those weights. But me taking a stab at it, shot in the dark, maybe someone talked to Ryan or it dawned on him. Something changed, right? Where maybe he feels like, hey, maybe I was tripping. 140 would be a stretch. I can't make that. 144, I don't want to fight it. And when he was on the stream with David Benavidez, it sounded like that was the thing. So I don't know. I can't put that on anyone, but maybe he talked to Benavidez or something. And Benavidez was on wax talking about Shakur, if he's saying he's the best, he should move up to 47. So whatever reason, Ryan Garcia, like the game girlfriend or whatever, he had to change of heart. So Shakur is like, this is his got him moment. But the reason I say it's like the kettle calling the pot black or the pot calling the kettle black or whatever is because Shakur Stevenson is one to talk about contradictions. Yes, Ryan did, if you're going to say contradict himself by saying he can make 40 to 44, and now it don't sound like he's down to do it. So for me, that's light. Like Tay-Rock be saying, that's light. Like that, to me, that's light. That's not like a real got him, aha moment. He probably did too much, misspoke, and said, and I'm not making an excuse for Ryan, it's just what it is. The point is, for some reason, maybe he's looking at his walk around weight and he's like, 140 ain't cracking. So something like that could happen. We'll put it that way, right? That could happen. You could change your mind like for example, just to give you guys a quick analogy, haven't we all had somebody invite us to go to a party and you really don't want to go? It's your friend, it's your man's or your girl or whatever, you know what I mean? And they were like, oh, you want to go to this baby shower? You want to go to this wedding? You want to go to this party? And you agree to it. But then when it comes time to actually go and it's your only day off, you're like, man, I don't want to go. My shorty want to go to this baby shower, and I already, said I would, but I don't feel like it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the lane of I got him. Ryan said he could make a weight. Now he don't want to make the weight for whatever reason. So let's talk about your contradictions, because Shakur, again, he's like, yeah, I will do what I want. And you already got an opponent lined up. I don't know who's Ryan's opponent, right? So I don't know what's going on behind the scenes with that. You could trick your followers, but you can't trick me. Ooh, so Shakur, he's on top of it. But smart move, ignore your contradiction. So again, this is the problem with modern day boxing. You are trying to highlight his contradiction, which again, I guess you could say change of heart contradiction. It falls in the line of you said something and now you're saying something different. Cool. But you lied to everybody when you said you would fight me at 140 or 144. LOL. But what about Shakur's contradictions, which I've been talking about, right? And for me, if I'm being fair, which I always do, your contradictions are a whole lot worse, because this man, in an effort to fight you, right? He was like, at best, trying to bend. He overextended himself and he was bending over backwards, pause, to like meet you to fight you. So to me, I can't really, like, some people are gonna Ryan's a cap artist, and like people are trying to frame it like Ryan did some egregious thing because now he's saying he don't want to. He's a 47-pound champion, and for whatever reason, he don't want to make 140 now, right? And that's what we're gonna hold him to. But then when Shakur Stevenson, his contradictions, you got on Tank's helmet, pause, and we're saying that he was a dud and it was bunk, that Tank would use weight stipulations like a rehydration clause on Ryan Garcia, right? And you literally said, man, I don't even want nothing like that because I don't want people to have excuses. So if we're going to talk about contradictions, here goes Shakur. And I don't care nothing about a fighter walking around 170 pounds. I beat up MFers who walk around at that weight all the time. That's a disadvantage if you ask me. So this is what I've been telling y'all. That's contradiction one. You previously tweeted in 2020 when you were smaller, right? You said this on your verified account that you don't care if a fighter walks around at 170 because it's really to their disadvantage, and you beat up MFers that are big like that all of the time, right?
At 140?
That fight was at 136.
That's right. And then he gave him a rehydration clause too.
Yeah, 10 pounds. Yep.
Very smart. Very smart. Very smart, right?
I mean, yeah,
Gervonta
it was
smart.
It was in that situation, but I mean, I just felt like with the rehydration clause at that time, when you're already bringing somebody down to like a weight class that they haven't fought in years, it's like you could have not put the rehydration clause. Like, it wasn't necessary at that point in time.
I think it was necessary. I think it helped a lot.
It did.
It helped a lot. If you can only rehydrate 10 pounds, and you know he's way bigger than that. Ryan's a big guy.
He looked weak on fight night. Like, he looked.
So you hear Shakur Stevenson in a recent interview with Joe Rogan hating. He's talking about Gervonta Davis, and he's outright hating. He's like, man, you didn't need to really bring him down, and why'd you do the rehydration clause? You didn't really have to do that, and Ryan looked weak. Like, I'm letting you hear it. This is what he said.
But I'm 28 right now. I got
right? This is his words, right?
At
Why
140?
did Tank do
that
that?
fight was at 136.
Like, it don't really make sense. You didn't need to do that. Now pay attention. Ego Forensic Files is back. Shakur Stevenson on Joe Rogan. And again, this is why I think these dudes like Shakur really be watching my content, because I'll let you hear it and then I'll explain why, right? So listen to Shakur.
What weight was the Gervonta fight? Was that 140?
That fight was at 136.
That's right. And then he gave him a rehydration clause too.
Yeah, 10 pounds. Yep.
Very smart. Very smart.
Pay attention.
Very smart, right?
I mean, yeah, it
Gervonta
was
smart.
It was in that situation, but I mean,
So he just says it was smart in that situation, but this next thing right here is what you need to make sure your headphones are up, make sure your volume's up.
yeah, I just felt like with the rehydration clause at that time, when you're already bringing somebody down to like a weight class that they haven't fought in years, it's like you could have not put the rehydration clause. Like, it wasn't necessary at that point in time.
I think it was.
Okay, so Shakur just said you are fighting somebody who hadn't fought in that weight class for years, so you really didn't need to do that. It was unnecessary. This is how bad he's hating on Tank and envious of Tank, right? Now, the reason I'm saying I think he listens to my videos is because in another interview, this is what Shakur Stevenson said, and I made a video exposing him, and we'll point out the discrepancy since he wants to talk about contradictions. So you just heard in the Joe Rogan, he said that Ryan fought Tank at a catch weight, and he didn't need to do that because Ryan hadn't fought in the division. Listen.
Necessary.
Hydration clause, like, it wasn't necessary. You could have. I just felt like with the rehydration clause at that time, when you're already bringing somebody down to like a weight class that they haven't fought in years, it's like,
when you're bringing somebody down to a weight class they haven't fought in years, now here's a different interview.
Y'all just hating on me at this point. Y'all wanted me to fight Keyshawn because y'all know that that's somebody I'm really close with at this point, because that don't even make sense.
That's exactly what it is. It got to be that, because I mean, boxing wise, no one checking for it. So that got to be it. But I did see that you was getting some backlash over some comments you made about fighting David Haney at a catch weight.
Yeah, it's crazy. They sit there and tell you like, oh, so other fighters had a rehydration clause and you had a problem with it. At that point in time, yeah, because at the end of the day, you fighting at a weight class that you fight at. If I'm at 135 or 140 and I put a rehydration clause on somebody when it's like, bro, I'm fighting at this weight already, that don't make sense. But I'm a 126 pounder. That's where I started at. Going up all the way to 147, and I'm not even a real 47. I'm nowhere near that. Like, the guys at 47, they walk around 25, 30 pounds bigger than me.
Bro, you told Joe Rogan that Tank was unnecessary to put a rehydration clause on Ryan Garcia because it wasn't needed. He hadn't fought at the weight in years. Now, in this interview, you just said that the rehydration clause, while you were mad at it initially and hating on Tank for it, was because it was unnecessary because they were in the same weight class. And the reason why I said I think he watches my videos is because I called him out because he was incorrect. Ryan, before the Tank fight, was fighting at catch weights against Javier Fortuna, and he did another catch weight fight right before he fought Tank. So in this first interview, he misspoke and he spoke in an inaccuracy, and I've already made the video still up on the channel calling him out for that. And now on Joe Rogan, he tried to change it. So if we're talking about contradictions, here's a bunch from you.
If I was at 40, and I'm not even a real, but I'm 100 and fighting at this weight already, that don't make sense.
If I'm fighting at this weight already, it don't make sense. And I proved to you in that past video where I exposed Shakur that Ryan and Tank weren't fighting in the same weight class, that Ryan had been fighting again at a catchweight. He was fighting guys like Javier Fortuna at a catchweight. And then now Shakur Stevenson is changing his tune-up. Again, I cannot be beat. This Gen Z fighters, they are foolish. Don't go against Boxingego. Don't. You can't win, bro. You're trying to fight the public. The best thing you could do is don't incriminate yourself by stop talking, right? And then you could tell he's hating on Tank Davis because there's always a center point. He's like, 1 minute he's like, I don't want to talk about Tank. He a weirdo. But then you keep talking about him. Just because you're on Rogan and he brings it up don't mean you have to keep talking about him, right? But Ryan fought Fortuna and Emmanuel Tago or whatever at a catchweight. And then now you're saying something different to Rogan. Then in this previous interview, right? Let's keep it going. We ain't done enough. Right? In this previous interview, you're trying to make it like, woe is me. You're this small guy.
I'm a 126 pounder.
How are you a 126 pounder when you were moving up to fight Teofimo and you had been fighting at 35? Now you're trying to play this role like you're this Tiny Tim, you know, the Indian in the cupboard Ant-Man or whoever you think you are right now, like you're this Micro Machines guy. And we seen you next to Crawford and you don't look mad smaller than him. We seen you next to Jake Paul and people who are bigger and you don't look that small. But he's like, man, why would I do that?
That's why I started at. Going up all the way to 147, and I'm not even a real 47. I'm nowhere near that. Like, the guys at 47, they walk around 25, 30 pounds bigger than me. If I'm going to fight them, just like you watch Conor Ben, nobody had a problem with Conor Ben.
Again, bringing up people that don't have nothing to do with it. Oh, Deontay Wilder and Fury. Oh, but what about Conor Ben? We talking about you and Ryan and Devin, and you bringing up random middleweight fights.
Ben just whooped Chris Eubank ass. And when he whooped his ass, you could clearly see the fighter was dead. Nobody had a problem. They loved it. They sat there. Oh, Conor Ben is so great. He's so good. So if I say I'm going to fight Conor Ben at 147, but I want the same rehydration clause that he put on Eubank, what's the problem with that? Then they going to say, oh, well, if you fight Conor Ben, you'll fight Devin Haney. So I'm like, shit, I will fight Devin Haney. Give me the same shit that Conor Ben that I'm asking for with Conor Ben. That if they accept that, then, but it's like so many people just hate on me so much to where they want me to act like I'm contradicting myself. They want me to feel like I'm saying something out of the ordinary, but no, I'm saying something that's facts, bro.
Okay. The more this kid talks, the worse he makes it for himself, right? You just heard it. This is not AI. This is not a drill, right? This is not Grok or something from Twitter. He started veering off to Conor Ben. And he was like, I will fight Conor Ben at 147. And what's so wrong if I want a rehydration clause with Conor Ben at 147? Again, trying to make it like he's this tiny fighter, right? Tell me where he says anything about a rehydration clause.
I mean, I will go there for the right fights. Like, I just watch Conor Ben. I like Conor Ben too.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
He tough.
But I will fight him at like 154.
What?
I told you for the right fight.
154?
I swear I will fight him.
Kind of tough, man. He throws.
But I will fight him at like 154.
What?
I told you for the right fight.
154?
I swear I will fight him.
I swear I would fight Conor Ben at 154. Bro, the man is fried. I swear I will fight Conor Ben at 154. Nowhere, that was a syndicated radio interview. Nowhere in there did you say anything about 47. You said 54. You didn't say, oh, I'll fight him at 54, but give me that Chris Eubank. Give me that deal he got with him, which has nothing to do with you, by the way, right? And now
this is not my weight class. Out of the
like,
ordinary,
oh, it's not my weight.
act like I'm contradicting. Like, that I'm asking for, I will fight Devin on Eubank 147, but so if I say I'm gonna fight Conor Ben at 147, but I want the same rehydration clause that he put on Eubank.
Tell me where he said he wanted the same rehydration clause.
Yeah. No disrespect.
He tough.
But I will fight him at like 154.
What?
I told you for the right fight.
154?
I swear I will fight him.
Kind of tough, man. He throws.
So you brought this on yourself. And then again, you keep trying to make it like you're this small character.
What's the problem with that? Then they gonna say, oh, well, if you fight Conor Ben, you'll fight Devin Haney. So I'm asking for with Conor Ben, that if they accept that, then, but it's like, so they want me to feel like I'm saying something out of the ordinary, but no, I'm saying something, asking and begging for me to move up to 47. I told y'all I'll go there for Conor Ben, bro. That's what I told y'all. Other than that, why y'all just on my dick?
Bro, get this man out of here. The bottom line, what happened is this. This is what I believe happened. Let me work. Give me some space. You got on a show, bumping your gums, doing a podcast, doing an interview, calling out Conor Ben. He started boxing late. He's really not that big, which when you seen him on Ariel Helwani's show, you pointed out to him. You were like, man, this guy's not even that big. I'm surprised he's small. Oh, I thought you were bigger, right? So we got all the receipts.
Can't believe how small he is. It's like it's a shock to me.
Saying to me, looking at me, so
I can't believe how small he is. It's like it's a shock to me.
So Conor Ben was like, I'll fight you at 47, take the fade. And he's talking about how small he is, right? How small he is, like he a Somalian. Listen, bet on me and the chips is all in. You talking about Conor Ben, how small he is, like a Somalian. That's a bar. Let me keep cooking. Let me keep working. I was about to freestyle, but let me keep going. Now, again, depending on what platform or who you're interviewing with, you're saying all types of stuff. Why are you calling guys small and then trying to pretend and like hide behind this cloak that you're this small guy? But you're literally telling him to his face that you're shocked how small he is.
It ain't gonna slow nothing down. Can't believe how small he is.
That's fine.
I thought you was bigger than this. You know I'm not big.
Then when Ryan beat Barrios, you're like, I thought you was bigger than this.
God, I'm not big. This fight right here. No, I thought you was bigger than this. You know I'm not big.
Bro, get your man. And now he's trying to play this role like, y'all just hating on me. What?
That's what I told. For me to move up to 47, I told y'all 7. Y'all keep asking and begging for me to move up to 47. I told y'all I'll go there for Conor Ben, bro.
This man lost his mind. Y'all are begging me to go to 147. You're trying to rewrite history.
So many people just hate on me. So Devin Haney, if you fight, what's the time? They loved it. They sat there. It was bigger than me. 47, and I'm not even a real but I'm a 126 pounder. That's where I started at. Going up all the way to 147, and I'm not even a real 47. I'm nowhere near that. Like, the guys at 47, they walk around 25, 30 pounds bigger than me.
Okay, so why are you saying that Conor Ben and Ryan Garcia are smaller than you thought?
So, it ain't gonna slow nothing down. Can't believe how small he is.
It don't make sense. You're running around talking about how small everybody is, but then you're trying to say, man, I'm really 126 pound featherweight and da-da-da-da. You can't get to play. You can't be Goldilocks and the big bad wolf. It don't work like that. I actually got him wrong. You can't be Little Red Riding Hood and the big bad wolf. You can't be the Three Bears and be Goldilocks. That's what I should have said. Players mess up. Right? You can't be Little Red Riding Hood and then talk like the big bad wolf. That's what's cooking this generation. And I'm going to keep exposing it because it's ridiculous. And then this man is narcissistic, in my opinion, because now you're like, man, y'all keep begging me. Like, what? Like, we are the ones as a public or boxing fans that just want to see you. You're putting this pressure on yourself.
That's why I started at. Thanks. But I'm a 126 pounder.
Then stop saying that people are small if you're Mr. 126.
That's why I started at. Going up all the way to 147, and I'm not even a real 47. I'm nowhere near that. Like, the guys at 47, they walk around 25, 30 pounds bigger than me.
The guys at 47, they walk around 25 to 30 pounds bigger than me. And again, this is what Shakur had to say with Rogan.
We'll just do me and Ryan Garcia, for example.
Okay.
I'm going to blow up like 148. He's going to blow up 168 to 170. Now it's like you in a ring with somebody that is like 20 pounds bigger than you. Now, the rehydration clause is kind of crazy, but
now you in the ring with somebody who's 25, 30 pounds bigger than yo. And I don't care nothing about a fighter walking around at 170. I beat up mother effers who walk around at that weight all the time. That's a disadvantage if you ask me. Bro, the man is chopped. Why would you be saying this back in the pandemic year? And then now you talking about, woe is me. These fighters are way bigger than me. But you're the one jumping out the window and saying you want smoke. So what I believe happened is you thought it was sweet with Conor Ben and you didn't expect or anticipate the backlash. So you specifically called him out because you seen he wasn't that big. He started boxing late. And let's be real, he has power. But, I mean, ever since the egg controversy, has he looked super dynamic? No. You know what I mean? Right? And you thought that would be a good matchup for you, right? But then when people start saying, hey, if you could fight this fight nobody really asked for with a UK guy that's not really a huge name in America, fight Devin Haney, fight Ryan Garcia, then you had to clean up all them other interviews that you said. So that's why the more these dudes talk, the worse it's going to be, because Detective Ego is on the case. You can't be Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You cannot be Little Red Riding Hood and be the big bad wolf. You got to pick your poison. Now, if Shakur said, I started at 126, I did my thing there, and let's be real, I was at your fight when you became a champ. You beat Joet Gonzalez. Like, come on, bro, chill. So you got these guys with their chest puffed out in this new generation, like they fought Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, Pacquiao level names to become a champion. Come on, bro. Most of these people under 30, their resume ain't brolic like that. That's just being real. So whatever, you've been champion in these different divisions. If you came out and said, yo, I just beat Teofimo, I got off on him, I did my thing, I fought more aggressive with Zepeda, I'm going to post up at 35-40. No issue. Everybody would have been cool. But the problem with this generation, these streamers, this stream generation, technology or whatever, has fried y'all brain. And y'all feel like y'all, I can't look bad. I got to do this. And you start talking yourself into a corner. Claressa Shields, how many times I don't know who this guy is giving stalker, right? And then he started dumping all this footage and all these texts and behind the scenes, and he in the whip. Like, hold on, I thought you didn't know, cuz. And now Claressa, after saying I don't know this man, and he dropped all this footage, now she's silent about the whole thing because someone probably got in her ear and told you what Boxingego told you from the beginning. You say you didn't know him. Claressa Shields like, I said, forget about it, cuz. she tried to hit the Paul Walker. I said, forget about it, cuz. Right now we can't talk about it. Same thing with Shakur. These fighters and these people, they haters. They on my but you not a hater for the stuff you were saying about Tank, which is highly inconsistent. And again, you trying to call out Ryan Garcia for his contradictions. Cool, he said he could fight you at 40-44. But that's light compared to what I'm showing in this video. He said he could make a weight, probably reconsidered. Somebody got in his ear, hey, you ain't making that, da-da-da-da. So I can't even really, that's not really like, boom, condemned. Like, oh, I got him. You know what I mean? Like, he was trying to fight you and he was trying to sacrifice his body to do it. That's not like really something that I could really like go in on him for. I told you it'd be stupid if he fought at those weights, and now it looked like somebody got in his ear. But these Shakur contradictions are far worse, right? Far, far worse. It's like every time he talks, it's a new one. It's like diarrhea mouth. Like it just keep coming, right? I'm not even done. I could probably talk for 2 hours straight on these contradictions. You talking about, man, these guys are way bigger than me, and why should I do that? Like we're setting you up. Man, I'm really a 26 pounder. Why you look dang near as big as Bud then? And I never, credit to Crawford, I never heard Crawford talk like this. This sounds scary to a lot of people. I'm not saying you're not a good fighter. I'm not saying you are scared, but we never heard this from Bud or Errol Spence or anybody from that generation or before.
If I'm going to fight them, just like you watched Conor Benn, nobody had a problem when Conor Benn just whooped Chris Eubank ass.
Bro, he moved up from 47 to 160. How is this comparable?
And when he whooped his ass, you could clearly see the fighter was dead. Nobody.
You could clearly see the fighter was dead, but you was on the nightcap, and then Shannon Sharp was like, come on, Shakur. If Ryan fought you at the catch weight or the 140 you talk about, he'd be a dead man.
So you had to put on 14 pounds just to make the 140 and had to put on 21 pounds to go to 47. Ryan was going to strip down. Ryan probably walks around. What you think he walks around at? 165, 170?
170.
So now he's going to come down to 147. Now, when he refuel, rehydrate, he could easily bang back to 160, 165 easy.
172.
Okay, so peep how Shakur is on nightcap with Unc, and he keep telling you how much Ryan weigh allegedly. How you know Ryan's walk around weight? How you know Ryan's refuel rehydration weight so good? But keep that in mind.
So you want to say, okay, so if you put the rehydration clause, you're going to say, okay, you can't go over 152, you can't go over 155. Where are the numbers that you feel comfortable? Like,
pay attention.
He ain't 25 pounds heavier than I am, but you feel you can get the best while not stripping him of everything.
Good question.
Nah, honestly, I don't even want to do the rehydration clause. I know like social media kind of made that a big thing.
Okay.
I was speaking hypothetical when I said
I don't want to do the rehydration clause. I was speaking hypothetical. What is this man talking about? Bro, you...
it. But he went in the interview and he said that he'll fight me at 140 pounds. So
but he can't make no 140.
Bro, peep how Shannon Sharp called him on his bluff right then and there. He was like, come on, you know Ryan can't make no 140. Listen to what Shakur has to say.
He'll fight me at 140 pounds. So
but he can't make no 140.
We don't know that.
We don't know that?
We don't know. We don't know what he can do.
And he's smiling when he's saying it, knowing that Ryan would be depleted. Come on, get this man, bro.
See what I'm saying, Shakur? You know that man. You say the man walk around at 170. You want to bring the man down 30?
He said that he will fight me at 140. I'm just going off of his words. So if he said it, like, what am I supposed to do?
So you'll have a rehydration clause at 140?
No, I don't want a rehydration clause.
Oh, you don't. So if he comes down to 140, you don't want no rehydration clause. Only if he comes down to 40. Only if he comes down to 47, you have to go up to 47. Do you want the clause, or you don't want the clause at all?
I only want the clause if I go up to 147, but I don't plan on going up. So at the end of the day, I don't need the clause. We can fight at 140.
You think that man can make 140, Shakur? Honestly.
I mean, I'm just telling you off of his words.
Like, no, I know what he said.
We can't assume that he can't make 140. He said he can as long as he lock in and take it serious.
See, and he's smiling because he know Ryan can't comfortably make that and be good to fight.
Man, Shakur, like once you start, like it's like once you go up to those weights and you start fighting, now you start fighting at that weight as you start to get older, it gets harder to strip that weight off. You young. You could easily go back down to 130 if you wanted to, because you're not a naturally big man. You don't walk around at 150. You probably walk around, I'm assuming probably 140, 142 maybe. More like you're probably in the 130s. So you like that Floyd, you got that Floyd syndrome. Floyd walked around at 150, get down to 147, tear everybody ass up.
I can't tell you my walk around weight, but
I can't tell you my walk around weight, but bro, get this man out of here. So you could tell us everybody else's weight. You said Ryan is weighing 170 and he's going to balloon up to 180 and Devin going to balloon up and these guys are 20 to 40 pounds bigger than me. And you said all this, and every time you are on Ariel Helwani, I pay attention, bro. I can't be beat. Ariel Helwani, he literally asked you how much you weigh when you were on the show with Conor Ben. I do this every day. And you said, I can't tell you all that. Shannon Sharp asked you your walk around weight. Oh, I can't tell you. And I believe maybe even on Andre Ward's podcast, because I know he's done this before. So the man will not reveal his walk around weight, but he telling you how much Devin, Conor Ben, and Ryan allegedly will balloon up. How you know their weights, but then we can't know your weight? And then you keep saying you're really small, but then it's like, trust me, bro. Oh, these guys are way bigger. So the reality is, I'm starting to think Shakur is full of it. Great fighter, but he's full of it. And if he stepped on a scale, it probably would be closer than you think to Devin right now or Ryan Garcia right now. And he wants that scapegoat that these guys are bigger and I started at featherweight and blah, 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 blah. So that's why he keeps keeping his weight a mystery. He won't reveal his own weight, but he'll tell you how much everybody else weighs. And then on top of that, you like, man, Ryan said he could make 140. Shannon Sharp is like, dog, you know he can't make that and be comfortable. And you're like, we don't know. We have to see. He said it. We got to take his word for it. But you said you would fight Conor Ben at 154, but we can't take your word for that. You know what I mean? Come on. You don't have no problem fighting Gervonta Tank Davis, even though you would be way bigger than him. So the more, again, I'm John Wick. I got unlimited ammunition because these new generation Z fighters, they don't know how to do this. They just get on microphones like, we supposed to forget what you said last week or last month. And I'm here to tell you, life don't work like that, bro. On my channel, for sure. Like, you will be held accountable for that and what you say. You're like, man, why should I give up all this weight? These guys are way bigger than me.
If I'm walking around in my 40s, I don't think, like, me going to 147, like, when I fight at 147, I think that would be my last weight class. Like, in my career. Like, I don't see myself going past 147 ever. But I'm 28 right now. I don't
see myself passing 147, but you said you will fight Conor Ben at 54 for the right fight. Come on, bro. This is like child abuse, bro.
Long way to go. So, I don't plan on moving to 47 no time soon. So,
then why do you keep saying that Conor Ben and Ryan Garcia, you thought they were bigger and you didn't realize how small they were? Remember Devin Haney kept saying, look at these snack fighters, bro. Devin Haney was like, you're too small to everybody. Regis Prograis, Kambosos, Lomachenko, you're too little, pushing Lomachenko. Shakur, another snack fighter. You're too small. I thought you were bigger, blah, blah, blah. But then now it's like, woe is me. I don't want to challenge myself to move up, and I don't see myself moving up. Then why didn't you say that from the beginning? Huh? Why didn't you just say, hey, I just became a champ at 140. I ain't moving up to 47. Anybody that need to fight me at 35 or 40. And then we have no issue. But you got these fighters, the ego or the fighting spirit, whatever we're calling it, right? They get the Holy Ghost in them on that Twitter and on social media, and they want to do the I'll sleep you, I'll whoop you, blah, blah, blah. And they want to do that part. And then now we find out there's more than meets the eye. But you would have been absolved of all of this if you just told us this from jump that 47's out the question. And then you talk all this, bump all this gum, sell all these wolf tickets, and then you try to flip it on us, like the fans and the media, like, man, y'all keep begging me to move up. I'll do what I want. What? We're begging you? Or you said you would fight Conor BENN at 154, you swear to God. Which one is it?
I just watched Conor BENN. I like Conor BENN. No disrespect to him.
tough.
But I will fight him at like 154.
What?
I told you for the right fight.
154?
I swear I will fight him.
Nobody told you to say that. We didn't say like, oh, that's not even a fight that I told you I want to see Shakur and Devin, Shakur and Gary Antoine Russell, Shakur and I know he's not going to fight Keyshawn, Shakur and Ryan. These are some of the fights that I said. I never once said the fight I'm clamoring for is Shakur and Conor BENN. So you put the pressure on yourself. You, sir, you did that.
If the fight happens at whatever weight class that I say, then I'm cool with it.
Can he?
If the fight happens at whatever weight class I say, bro, Ryan's a champion too, and he got more of a following than you. How you the A side automatically? The man don't want to fight unless Ryan is depleted. That's the only thing that can be derived from this.
He make 40 again?
He said he could. He the one who came out and
Notice the host who don't really cover boxing, Joe Rogan and Shannon Sharp, they all keep saying, can Ryan even make 140? And Shakur's only angle is, hey, he said he can make it, so I'm gonna hold him to it. Ooh.
then I'm cool with it.
Can he make 40 again?
He said he could. He the one who came out and said, like, let's fight at 140. He said that. So if he said that, it's like, okay, you could make the weight, then let's do it.
What weight was the Gervonta fight? Was that 140?
That fight was at 136.
That's right. And then he gave him a rehydration clause, too.
Yeah, 10 pounds, yep.
Very smart. Very smart.
But, I mean, I just felt like with the rehydration clause at that time, when you're already bringing somebody down to, like, a weight class that they haven't fought in years, it's like, you could have not put the rehydration clause. Like, it wasn't necessary at that point in time.
I think it was necessary. I think it helped a lot.
It did.
Bro, get this man out of here. So, yet again, you got so much hate in your heart for Gervonta Tank Davis or jealousy or whatever this is, to the point where back to back, you're trying to stifle Ryan into fighting at 140 where you know he would be a dead man. And you told Shannon Sharp, oh, he said it. If he said he could do it, I don't know. Joe Rogan's like, can Ryan even make that? Peep the knowledge of this generation. You're criticizing Tank Davis for why did you deplete Ryan? You criticize the Chris Eubank fight with Conor BENN, talking about, man, everyone knows Chris Eubank was spent. He left it all in the gym. He was weight drained. And now you're trying to do it to Ryan Garcia. And you're like, hey, but he said it. He said he can make 140. Well, guess what? When Tank put him on the rehydration clause, Ryan said he can make it too and was eating tacos at the media day. So let me get this straight. Tank, who is certifiably the A side over all these dudes, including Ryan, he holds the cards. He said, Ryan, here's the terms. Fight me. Here's a rehydration clause because we don't trust you to make weight and you're way bigger than me. And I'm the A side. Shakur, not even the A side, is like, man, a fight can happen at whatever weight I say. Huh? Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new, but even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate, so ultimately you can realize all of your online goals. Use my affiliate link in the description and grow your channel fast. And he's trying to hold Ryan like, hey, you contradicted yourself. You said 144 or 140. I'm going to hold you to that. What? But then in every interview, you've been slandering Tank, talking about why would he deplete Ryan Garcia? Ryan was weight drained. Chris Eubank was weight drained. And then now you're trying to do it. But then you're screaming, I can't be beat. I'm the best. Which is why David Benavidez said what he said. If you really feel that, move up to 3 pounds. And then you try to kick back, and I made a separate video. Check that on channel. You try to kick back at Benavidez talking about, hey, why don't you go up and fight Usyk? The man needs to know when he's down bad and just stop. This whole Keyshawn, Claressa, Shakur, they should just take a break, touch grass, get off of these interviews, because it is very clear you don't know how to articulate your thoughts, or you don't remember what you said in previous interviews, or whatever's going on, and is causing your brand to just be like untrustworthy and unsavory, because it's just too all over the place and everybody sees it but you. Bro, the more Shakur talk, the more he getting cooked.
Incredible.
Yeah, but the problem is he got caught.
He got caught. Yeah.
So like, I don't know, like for me personally, if you got caught, it's like I can't give you the credit for that.
Right.
I don't give him credit for that night with Devin.
Yeah, but steroids don't help you land punches.
I get
They help you recover in training. They help you train a little harder. They might give you a little bit more power, but that left hook was on point.
Yeah, but that little bit of more power probably wasn't enough to hurt Devin, because if you really watch the fight.
So again, the narcissist Shakur, he out here talking about Ryan Garcia. I can't give him credit for the Devin Haney performance because he tested positive. Fair enough. PEDs, banned substance, you're a stickler for that. Right? Wrong. Wrong. What did my boy Arnold say? Right? Wrong.
Yeah.
Right? Wrong. Because if you're a stickler for people popping dirty, you can't give them no respect. Why'd you say that Conor Ben did his thing versus Chris Eubank? Because he popped dirty too for a banned substance. Why are you saying, hey, I'll fight Conor Ben. I swear, I'll fight him at 154. He popped.
But I will fight him at like 154.
What?
I told you for the right fight.
154?
I swear I will fight him.
Kind of tough, man. He throws.
But I will fight him at like 154.
Bro, I'm done. I can't. I'm losing brain cells even doing this Unpacked. So your whole angle is Ryan don't get no credit for the Devin Haney performance because he popped, but Conor Ben popped, and you're trying to fight him, and you said you would do it at 54, but now you won't fight Ryan 3 pounds higher than this man-made catch weight you're trying to make up. Bro, I try to warn y'all. And the more Shakur keep talking and doing these interviews, the worse it's going to get unless he clean up and start remembering what he said. Because, again, I do this every day, so I remember what you said. Let me know what you think we unpack.